Hello everyone, welcome back to the Cuticle channel. I'm back with another video of ours. And once again, my name is Ethon and I am one of the admins of this channel. Today, I'm going to share with you my experiences of being a triathlete, how I did my transformation from this to this. I'm going to share with you my thoughts about how fun triathlon would be. I'm going to share with you how hard it is to be in the actual race, sharing some good to know information about the sports, and I will be answering some of the questions that you probably have in your head right now related to triathlon. But before I do that, I humbly ask you to please hit the subscribe button below and also the notification bell so that you get updated in our next video related to triathlon, to marathon, or in fitness in general. And also, I'd like you guys to finish watching the videos because by the end of this video, there will be 2 trivia questions that you can answer, and you may be one of the 2 lucky winners of prepaid loads worth 100 pesos and 50 pesos respectively. Or we're gonna pay your mobile postpaid bill with the same amount of prices via GCash. So without further ado, let's start discussing what is triathlon. So the first question is, what is triathlon? So triathlon is a kind of sports that requires 3 disciplines, which are swimming, biking, and running. So you're gonna do 3 of them. So it's tiring and it's gonna drain your energy if you are not prepared for the race. I remember that the first time I joined marathon was way back in August 2018. I didn't have any background of triathlon. I did not know anybody triathlon community. I was just encouraged by someone, a friend, to join a marathon, which was a 21 kilometers run. So I did join that race, which was the Hunat-Sugbo 2018. I ran 21 kilometers and ended up being injured because I didn't have any training. I didn't have any leg workout, no strengthening activities, and I went ahead and ran 21 kilometers without knowing what I was getting myself into. So I had ITB at that time, or what we also call the iliotibial band syndrome. So ITB syndrome is an overuse injury of the connective issues that are located on the outer thigh and knee. So that was what happened to my knee. I wasn't able to walk properly for 3 months after the race. That was my first ever 21 kilometers run. I did not know that you have to go through trainings in order for you to finish that kind of distance, and I was not actually running at an easy pace at that time. I was trying to compete with the rest of my friends who were already exposed to running marathons and all that. That was a very bad experience because I really hurt myself that time. I got injured and it affected my day-to-day living because I was not able to walk properly. And of course, after that race, I was not able to train for the next race that I was supposed to be in. After I recovered from that injury, I joined another activity in our company. So here's what happened. Since we signed up for the swimming category, our company scheduled and shouldered a series of swimming classes in order for us to be prepared for the race. So that was the time that I met a swimming coach who happened to be a triathlete herself, and she was the one who encouraged me to join a triathlon race. And so that was the start of my triathlete life. I didn't have any choice because she already signed me up and she paid for the registration. So the only thing that she asked me was whether I know how to bike. She said I have a lot of potentials because I am very trainable. I surprisingly swim faster than the rest of the other beginners. I got my first race for marathon in August 2018. I fully recovered my knee in maybe mid-October 2018, and then that's the time that I started training for the actual triathlon race that took place in December 2018. That was the first time that I joined an individual triathlon race. I was giving myself a chance to explore new things, and I didn't know that I would fall in love with the sport. I didn't know that that's something that I want to do until I tried it. And aside from that, I was also already in a borderline of being overweight. I used to be a little bit fat and not in good shape because of poor diet and unhealthy lifestyle. There are many benefits of being a triathlete. Some that I can mention is that it will help you with your fitness. It will make you feel good about yourself. It will make you feel confident because, of course, your physique would gradually and eventually change because of the amount of cardio exercises that you're doing in a day-to-day basis. So that would help you a lot. What else? You get to know a lot of new friends. It's like expanding your network. So that's also a good thing. When I started doing my trainings with triathlon, I started having enough sleep. When I get home, I could easily go to bed and rest and have 8 hours of sleep. So that's a very good thing. I'm not gonna answer a yes or no for this one, but I'm just gonna, let's say, mention in my case or in my experience, how much did I spend for everything that I needed for my first triathlon race. I have recorded here some of my expenses. So let's start with swimming. For swimming alone, you need to have, of course, the enrollment for your access to any swimming pool for your training. So that would range from, let's say, if you're gonna do a monthly subscription, you're gonna pay 2,000 to 3,000 pesos per month. We also have the daily rates for the swimming pool, like when you go to Abiliana or any sports complex, that would cost normally between 30 to 50 pesos per entrance. Aside from that, we also have to buy your suits. So in my case, I bought my pair of trunks for 3,000 pesos. I bought 2 trunks at that time. I bought my goggles for 2,500. You also have to have your kickboards, your pull buoy, and then your swimming pants. But those are actual optionals. But those equipments are very useful for you to improve your strength and your glide and all. So we can have the details of the trainings for swimming on a different video in the future, but not for now maybe, because that would lengthen the video. Yeah, that's for swimming. And for the bike, for the bike alone, in my case, I bought my bike for 35,000 pesos, and that was not even brand new. That was pre-loved bike. I also had to buy the trainer for 2,500. So the trainer is the one that you use for the bike if you're gonna do indoor, if you do not want to go outside, so you can go ahead and bike in place. You just have to put your bike, mount your bike on the trainer, and then you can just go ahead and do cycling and training without going outside your house. I also had to pay 7,000 pesos for the cleats and then the shoes. Of course, you also have to buy your helmet. I bought my helmet for 3,500. For the eyewear, it's up to you what kind of eyewear you would buy. I bought mine for 6,000 pesos. And then for the running, you have to buy your shoes. Of course, the running shoes would amount approximately 4,000 pesos at least. That's already a decent type of shoes that you can use for running. And then, of course, the socks. And then you also have to buy other equipments for the triathlon, and that include, of course, the tri-suit. For my tri-suit, it was actually sponsored, but if you check on online stores, or let's say in Lazada or in Shopee, you can buy tri-suits for 7,000 pesos. You also have, the most important thing is you also have to have your sports watch, which is pretty much expensive. I bought my sports watch for 35,000 pesos. And then, of course, you have to pay for the registration. Registration of every race would range from 4,000 pesos up to 18,000 pesos, depending on what type of race you are joining. For the international race, like the Ironman, that's roughly 18,000 pesos. Those things that I mentioned, those are not actually the most expensive ones. For me, if I'd be asked whether the sport is expensive or not, I would say yes, it is. It is very expensive, and sad to say, not all are able to afford the materials and the equipment to be used in this kind of sports. But if you really want it, you can find ways for it. Just like in any sports, it's always hard if you do not train or if you do not practice. So it's very important for you to religiously follow your program in order to prepare yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially for the race. I wouldn't say that it's really hard for me, because I actually followed the training. I did not skip my training. Every day I got something to do. That helped me a lot. So when my first race came, I didn't really feel that I struggled. I felt more the fun more than I struggled the race. On my first race, out of the 197 participants, I finished 14th out of the 197 athletes. For my training, maybe it's best if I will do another video for that. But just like the rest of other triathletes, we schedule our trainings on a day-to-day basis. Normally, our coaches would give us a scheduled activity on a certain day, an alternate pattern of swimming, biking, and running. So what we normally do is we do what we call the brick training, or like connecting one activity to another so that our body would get accustomed to it. So let's say on a certain day we do swimming. After swimming a certain distance, we go ahead and jump right away to running. Or after swimming, we do biking, and that's just what you do for the day. On the next day, you do, since you already did swimming on the previous day, maybe you can do biking to running, or you can do swimming to running. So it's like connecting the two activities, not doing all the three activities in one day, because that would make you overtrained, and that's also not a good outcome. If you wanted to engage yourself in the triathlon, at least for the first race, get a legit coach that would guide you so that you'd be able to enjoy your first race. The most important thing that you have to consider also is that you're physically fit and mentally fit, and of course financially able to afford the equipments and then the materials needed in the race. So I think that's it for me, guys. So if you have other questions that I was not able to answer on this video, feel free to comment below. I would love to answer them as soon as I can. And also, if you wanted me to come up with another content related to fitness or triathlon, just let me know. Just comment below. So now it's time for me to ask the trivia questions in order for you to qualify to win our prize. And if you answer them correctly, you will be included in the list of the qualified subscribers to win via randomizer. So before I ask you the questions, I just have to mention this mechanics. You have to first subscribe to our channel. You also have to like the video. Your mobile number is based in the Philippines. And lastly, you have to comment your answers below, okay? So here are the two questions. The first one is related to our channel. And the first question is, when was our first video uploaded? And the second question is based on this video. Second question is, how much did I pay for my bike? So there, comment below guys your answers and we will check them. If you qualified, if you'd able to follow the instructions, then you will be included in the list of those qualified subscribers to be selected via randomizer, and we will announce the lucky winners on our next video. So keep the notification bell clicked so that you'd get notified on our next video. And who knows, you will be the lucky one to win either the 100 pesos or the 50 pesos prepaid load, or we're gonna pay your postpaid bill for you via GCash. I would like to thank you guys for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and then the like button for those who are not able to click that yet. So that's it, guys. Watch out for the announcement of the winners on our next video. I want to thank you so much for watching this video and see you soon. Bye bye.